Hey guys, what's up? It's Crumb, and welcome to your Miscellania Money Making Guide for the 2007 servers. So for this, you're going to need to have completed the Throne of Miscellania quest, and it's also highly recommended to have completed Royal Trouble because you'll be able to make more money from it. Also, having the fairy rings unlocked is going to be helpful in getting there. It just makes it less of a pain. But yeah, so if you do have the fairy rings, to get the Miscellania, simply go to one, and then use the code CIP as seen on screen right here, CIP, and that will teleport you into Miscellania. So the cool thing about Miscellania is basically you're like the prince of this kingdom and there's people that will work for you. So when you first complete the quest, you'll have a 25% approval rating among the people in Miscellania. What you need to do is complete tasks, like you need to help out by means of either raking weeds, which is the quickest way to get your approval up, or cutting down maple trees or mining. Me personally, I typically rake until I can't rake anymore, and then I go to wood cutting. So make sure to bring yourself a pickaxe or an axe, depending on what you're going to do, and a rake. So you want to make sure that your approval rating is pretty much 100 before you collect your materials. You can find out your current approval rating by either using OS Buddy, which will show you, or you can talk to the advisor Graham, or Grant, however you pronounce that, up here, and just ask him how the kingdom is faring, and he will tell you your current approval rating. Mine is 81%, so I need to go and do basically 19 tasks to get that back up to 100. So I'll show you that now. So make sure that your approval rating is 100 before we move on to the next step. And as I said, the quickest way to get your approval rating up is to rake weeds from the herb patches or the farming patches that are over here. And each time you rake one weed, your approval rating will go up 1. Likewise, if you were to cut a maple tree over here, each time you cut a log, your approval rating would go up by 1. Or there's also a mine over on this area as shown on the map here, and each time you mine an ore, your approval rating is going to go up by 1. Also, when you are at 100% approval rating, the workers on this island will no longer let you help out. So once your approval rating is at 100%, you'll get a message when you try to do any more work, basically saying that you've done too much to not do any more. So now we need to head back to the advisor to set up our kingdom in a way that's going to make us the most money. So once we're back to the advisor, simply right click on him and hit collect, and it will open up our kingdom management page. So what we want to do is first we want to put 10 workers on wood. So click on this up arrow next to the little maple tree picture here until it's completely full. Now if you've done rum deal, you'll actually have an extra 5 subjects, and I put them on mining. This is going to make you the most money. Now you'll notice up here in the left hand corner there's this thing that says Coffer. Now the Coffer is used to pay your subjects, and they will take 10% of whatever you put in here each day to pay them up to 75k. So what this means is that you're going to want to have at least 750k in there at all times to pay them the maximum amount so you make the most profit. It's ideal though to have over 750k, that way you can leave this thing for a few days and not need to worry about coming back and putting in 75k. I'm going to put 2 million in there for now. I actually went away for 19 days, give or take, from the game I wasn't playing, and I didn't have enough money in there, so when I got back there was like 300k in the coffer, so I missed a lot of profit because I did that. To give you an idea, I only made around 1.5 million when in reality I should have, if I had 750k plus in there every day, I would have made around like 3 million, give or take. So this is how you want to have your kingdom page set up, and you always want to have over 750k in this coffer if you can. If you don't have that much money, put in however much you can to maximize your profits. Also, so this is all you really need to do for the kingdom, and now you can come back every few days and right click on Advisor Grim here and collect what he has. But before you collect, make sure that you get your approval rating back up to 100%. You don't need to come back every day and do the approval rating. You just need to get your approval rating up to 100% before you collect. Don't forget that. That's a very important step. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my profits over those 19 days, and I'm going to show you how much I made. Keep in mind though that I didn't have 750k in my coffer, and I didn't make as much as I should have. But let's jump into it. As you can see, I've had this running for probably about 20 days, give or take 19 days. And I didn't have the maximum amount of my coffer, as you'll see in a bit, but this is a fair amount of items. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'll show you a total profit at the end of this video. Alright guys, so I just finished selling everything that I got from this time's collection at Miscellania, and I made like 1,500,000, give or take. Actually, okay, I ran it for like a bit over 2 weeks, and normally you would make around 3 mil profit by that time, but I didn't have 750k plus in my coffer at all times, so my subjects were only getting like 30k some days, just because I was away from the game. So yeah, you should make a lot more than this, but like, let's say this is a good example. Let's say you don't have 750k to put in your coffer. Maybe you're like me and you had like 300k sitting in there some days. This is what you can expect to make. So anyways guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace and chicken grease.